Hello, everyone. It's Sly, and welcome to. I think this is month 6 of my Korean immersion learning journey. Welcome. I made a new YouTube channel just so I could move my Korean stuff away from my speedrunning content. So you'll be finding all of this content going forward on this channel. I hope you enjoy, but let's get straight into the stats before I start yapping. I'm somewhere in Talk to Me in Korean level 6. I haven't really done much of this. I used to take notes every chapter, but now I've kind of just been casually reading it every now and then. So I think I'm at level 6 somewhere. This is my kimchi reader stats. I reset this though, and I'll get back to that later. Why? And Anki 2 I also reset, so kind of ignore these stats for the most part because they're pretty inaccurate. But let's look at my hours. 98 hours. Holy moly. This is like the most I've ever done. Like if you look this year, 98, 72. This is the most that I've gotten so far. I'm at 433 now, total hours, which is, we're getting there. It's good. So if we go back to this month, you can see like I had a few days where I didn't do much at all apart from like my Anki reviews, but I always made sure on the days where I had time to make up for it. And to do this, I kind of relied heavily on passive listening. Like you can see here, passive listening is 58% of all my hours. I got 57 hours of passive listening, which I don't know if I really should be counting it, but I think it is helping me a lot. Even if it doesn't feel like it, or if it feels like it shouldn't help me, I think it does help me a lot. So I am including it in the count. Because like when I am listening to it, I'm not fully passive. Like I'm listening in, I'll focus on something, I'll listen in. Like I would say I'm mostly focused for the most part. And so I think it's worthwhile keeping it. Maybe I'll make like a separate category. I'll make like active input and then passive input and chuck the passive ones under passive input. But yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do that. Might be a better idea. But regardless, input's input. It's included. Average 3 hours a day. 80% of all my hours were input, which I think is great. Like, I did do some output in terms of mirroring. I got 30 minutes in. Probably like 3 days worth of mirroring. So I hope I can do more mirroring because I need to do it, but I'm lazy and it's a bit of a hassle. And I always leave it to the last minute towards the end of the night. So I never ever end up getting it done because I'm like, oh, I'm too tired to do mirroring now. I'll go to bed. And so I always end up skipping it. So what I really should do is I should do it some other time in the day where it isn't right before bed. Anki hours, usual stuff. You can see I did about 1 hour of Talk to Me in Korean study. So I didn't do all that much. Just some reading. And I think I tried to make flashcards for it. But anyway, so pretty happy with this. I'm happy with it, but I am skeptical about the amount of passive listening I did. I wish I could have done more prime native content and raw native content where I was like watching videos like fully focused, all in. But unfortunately not. Anyway, let's look what I wrote. This is the month where I've spent the most time immersing in Korean so far. True. I have to admit, though, the hours mostly came from just trying to passively listen to condensed audio and podcasts whenever possible during work, car rides, etc. So that's how I racked up so many hours, is just because I was, each day for a couple hours, I was listening to condensed audio of dramas that I've already seen and some podcasts too. And my listening has, once again, improved a lot. So this is like what I'm trying to focus on the most. So I'm happy it's improving. We're getting there. And I made a lot of changes to my study system in Anki. So I hope this is the last time where I have to do anything like this ever again. But what I did was I reset my subs to SOS Dex and Anki Morph Knowledge because originally I carried it over from Kimchi Reader, and I think it messed Anki Morphs up a bit because it thought I knew more words than I actually do and assumes I know those words well. Because the words that I exported would never actually show up as cards to study due to this because Anki Morphs assumed that they were known, and so it wouldn't show flashcards for them. Which isn't great because I did include words that I knew that maybe I didn't fully know, but they were known in Kimchi Reader. So I overhauled my known words in Anki and started fresh subs to SO Dex from scratch with dramas that I'm most familiar with and have condensed audio for. That's the key thing. The only flashcard decks that I have are from dramas that I've got condensed audio for. So these three at the moment. I might add another one, but we'll see. I think it's enough for now. Anyway. Additionally, I reset my known scene words on Kimchi Reader manually. Ouch. I had to click on about 1,800 words to make sure, to mark them as unknown. And this is just to make sure I was properly replicating known scene words from Anki. So that this way, when I get back to sentence mining in the near future, I know which words are actually unknown and don't mistakenly mine words I already have cards for and I'm currently studying. Which is why my known and seen words count dropped, but it's way more accurate now. At a cost of me having a lot of words I actually know as known or seen, but I'm okay with this. There's heaps of words that I'm coming across that they should be known, but I just don't have cards for yet or seen, but I actually know. So it's a byproduct of this, but I'm assuming this will clean itself up. It'll clean itself up in the next month or two, so I don't think it's a big deal. I also got back into using Retro's grammar and vocabulary sentence decks. I supercharged them with the AI Explainer add-on, and now they're extremely useful. I had to reset my progress on these decks as some of the cards had huge intervals, but I didn't really know the words. And this is before I had the card info on the... This was before when I had the card info on the front of the cards, and now it's all on the back. It's much harder to recall words, which is a good thing. When I first was studying those decks, I had the sentence, the audio, everything was on the front of the card. Except for, I think it was like that. Or maybe it was this, I think I had the no, maybe not. I'm not sure, but it was just way too easy to recall. Whatever I had set up at the time was too easy to recall. So I had words that I'd written down as known in Kimchi Reader and were known in Anki, but I didn't really know them very well. But now, much better system. Let's see. I can see if I preview this one, I've got the word, got the audio, I turn it over, I've got the definition, I've got the word again. But originally, this deck, it doesn't have these two fields. So I used the AI Explainer add-on to make these two fields for me. And so it was a huge gain. Now I have just the flashcards are just so much better and they're helping me remember and just understand the words a lot better. Because before I had to copy and paste the bolded text into a dictionary and see, did I know that word or not? And that was bad. That wasn't helping me. So that's a lot better. So some dramas and movies I've immersed in this month. My Mister, not finished yet. I do really enjoy it, but to be honest, I barely understand anything in this drama. The dialogue is often quite muffled, or it's just the content and context is complex, but it is a banger. I'm really enjoying it. Even though I can't really understand anything, I'm enjoying it a lot, so would recommend. I've been also watching Pokemon Horizons, which is fun because it's Pokemon, and I like Pokemon, and the dialogue is really easy to understand. And Pokemon having different names compared to English really threw me off to begin with, but I've gotten the hang of it so far, and definitely would recommend if you're at a similar stage of learning to me and enjoy Pokemon. And I will probably watch as many Pokemon Korean dubs that I can going forward, just because it's a good level for me. I watched this web drama called Be My Boyfriend. All of these I haven't actually finished yet, by the way. It's fun web drama, not finished yet. Pretty engaging. The dialogue is also relatively easy to understand compared to a K-drama like My Mister. Would recommend. It's fun. I almost finished it actually tonight, but it's good. Do recommend. 25-21. I also like this a lot. I didn't like it to start, but then I kind of got into it. It's pretty good. I want to watch more, but I'm kind of watching all these at the same time now. So this is on hold. It's on the back burner. So oops, but would recommend too. My Anki reviews have gone over 30 minutes lately, so I might need to tone down this number of new cards I'm learning per day. I think at the moment I'm like 35 new cards across all my decks, across like vocabulary, grammar, all of these. I think I've got all together. I think I'm at 35 new cards a day. So that could be too much, but we'll see. But yeah, I wrote here, I wish I could spend more time this month immersing via visual media, as probably too much of my hours came from passive listening. So I hope to balance it out a bit more next month, but I think it's to be expected nonetheless. I can't. I think if I'm going to track passive listening, I think it's always going to top immersion via like fully focused active immersion, just because of how accessible passive listening is. But anyway, that's all I've got written down. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next month, and by the end of next month, actually, we should be at the 500-hour mark or past it. So hopefully, if all goes to plan, I will maybe have a tutor to practice my speaking by the end of the month. But we'll see, because I was planning on getting a tutor 500 hours to practice my speaking with. And yeah, hopefully I've hit 70 hours. Hopefully I've got 70 more hours before the end of the month, so I can talk to you about my experience getting a tutor to practice my speaking. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully I can. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how I'm going after 6 months. Like, I think I understand a decent amount. I do often miss things. My speaking's not great, of course. But I mean, thinking back to when I first started 6 months ago, I have improved a lot. So if I think of it like that and I add another 6 months on, then I'm pretty sure in 6 months' time I'll be a lot better again too. So yeah, I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.